All right, so let's start with the market first. And yeah, don't hesitate if you have any questions during the session, and I will stop and just take them as we go. So first, good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great week. And good evening. So this is the last day of the week. Today is a pretty big option expiration. Great, thanks, Vic. So yeah, we had FOMC on Wednesday, and now yesterday was quite constructive in my opinion. We basically saw kind of the follow-through action of that bounce. So as you recall, we explained that we had that daily structure reclaim and retest on FOMC, and yesterday we wanted to see the follow-through on that action, and despite that we gapped up and kind of closed almost flat. Breadth was good. Breadth was decent. We almost had breadth truss type of reading on the Nasdaq, and we certainly had it on the Russell 2000. So big day for small caps. So yeah, we kind of confirmed the uptrend. But the good news and the best news is really to see that McClellan summation finally hooking up. So we'll have to see if it's the same kind of rally attempt or new uptrend attempt as we saw on August 13 at the end of July, and prior to that, kind of the chop that we had all summer long, or we're gonna get some nice easy money market as we had in April. So we're approaching kind of the support area or the area that usually breadth contracts enough over time that we get those nice uptrend from, and that's where all the nice rally starts. So we're a bit above that. Do we need to maybe have a couple of weeks rally and then we need to contract once again, a bit like in 2023, or we'll just start a new uptrend and we do have more room and enough room to the upside to start that uptrend if it takes place. So for me, that's really good to see that we have that confirmation on the McClellan summation. Keep in mind that that's kind of the follow through on the anticipation pattern. So on the market, right? So we had that anticipation set up right here, and after an initial kind of hook up and rally in the breadth extension, we went sideways, and the market was clearly waiting on something, was not ready, and it seems that FOMC was the news and the event that the market was waiting to kind of pick a side, pick a direction. And yeah, we had a nice hook up again yesterday. Can we make a new high? We're kind of in that range of the stocks above their 5 DMA, so very short-term breadth. We're right into that area where we kind of faded the last few times. So let's see if this time we can push and see some nice breadth expansion, which we didn't quite get in the last few weeks. So keep in mind, so every new uptrend starts with that picture, but not every time that you get that picture, it morph into a new uptrend. So meaning that it's a probability game, right? So sometimes you get that picture perfect market setup, you get that price breakout, you get that breadth hook up and confirmation by the McClellan summation, but it failed. That happens, and it just that you need to tune your mindset into, okay, when I see that there's an edge, right? So there's good probabilities that there's a new uptrend taking place, but you also have to understand that not every time that you get that setup you will have that uptrend. So always be ready to follow your position, and if you start to get stopped out, if you get red flags and Brett is turning down again, then we'll just go to defense again and wait for the next market opportunity. That's the trading game. There's no certainty. There's no 100% win rate either in your trades or in the market setting up. You just have to follow the probability, follow the odds, and they will put you in the right market cycles with size. And if we don't confirm it, then it's important to protect the downside, manage your drawdown, make sure that you still make money, don't lose money on that attempt. But yeah, that's the game. So yeah, only thing that I would highlight is kind of the momentum that we had in the last few days, and upside momentum was quite low, but as we explained yesterday, the downside momentum was very, very low due to summer trading, or we didn't see quite large move to the downside recently. And so as quickly as you get those decent upside days, upside momentum, then it skewed the 5-day and 10-day ratio to the upside, and you get overbought very, very fast. So I keep that in mind, that it's skewed, but at the same time we did have good momentum in the last few days. So do we need, and QQQ is right at the prior high, it's an all-time high as well. So just keep that in mind, that we're running high, we're running hot a bit on momentum. We're right into the base top area, right into potential resistance, and we have OPEX. So I do like the bread picture, the price picture a lot. But just recognize that once the initial momentum burst is kind of behind, and that's what we had in the last few days. We did have good momentum showed by the 5-day ratio. Then you can expect some shakeouts, some profit taking, some stress tests, and the game will really be to be patient, and more important than ever. Being patient was quite easy in the last few days, but now it might begin to be a bit more challenging if we do get those shakeouts and more volatility picking up. So keep that in mind, but keep the larger picture in mind, that we're above a now uptrending daily structure. Price is above that structure, and the McClellan summation showing a potential turning point and a lot of room to the upside. So just want to highlight the potential short-term volatility. Expect that in your portfolio and manage that well, be patient, but at the same time keep that longer term kind of picture and trend in your mind. All right, so internals, credit spreads look still very good. We have that daily downtrend, weekly downtrend. We broke that wedge on FOMC, so we're very nicely trending below both daily, weekly structure. VIX right into the daily structure right here. There's still that big structure that just don't want to give it up. But yeah, as long that we don't spike and we hold that weekly structure, I think we're all good. But on some type of shakeouts and profit taking, as we discussed, then we could see VIX spike, maybe in those kind of 20-ish area, and that would create the space for it to start trending down again and create that room the market needs to kind of build that strong uptrend. Bitcoin a bit weak this morning. We had kind of the breakout yesterday. We're still retesting the 116k reversal pivot, and same discussion as yesterday. I'm still looking at the weekly and telling myself that it needs more time. Whoop, sorry. So yeah, I'm still seeing kind of that flag into the weekly structure. So get your expectation right. So if you expect the stocks to always go up each day, each week, then you will overreact, right? So if you know a bit what to expect on the price cycles and the price action, then you don't get surprised when this failed, for example. So looking at the weekly on Bitcoin, we had that base retest. We're up 3 weeks in a row, and this week is kind of indecision. We're holding the 10-week moving average, but we're still right into structure. We're retesting the top of the structure. So what would be very constructive, and that's what I'm expecting a bit here, is maybe some weakness next week to kind of backtest that prior structure here, create that higher low that we need, some nice tight action to the right side, and then we would set up kind of the breakout and the right side much better. I wouldn't mind if we just shoot higher here, but I always try to find kind of the best case scenario, the probable scenario, knowing that the market, or Bitcoin in that case, is not going up each day and every day and each week and every week, and try to find kind of the retest and backtest, and how we create those higher lows into structures, and how we can tighten up on the right side. It creates kind of a map in your mind, and you stop to overreact. So I'm kind of expecting Bitcoin to see a retest of that area, or maybe some retest of the 21 DMA and higher lows right here. And just by expecting that, I've put my mind into not overreacting to the failed breakout right now, because I'm kind of expecting it. I know it's normal action. I know it's not a red flag. I know it's not trying to kill me and shake me out. So until we break down from there, the setup is still good and it's still acting constructively. Yeah, Nasdaq at this point, we're just having that breakout. We're trending above the daily structure, so just not overthinking it. And I saw a question, and we'll do a full session on this, but keep in mind that, and the question asked was, when do I decide to kind of switch off the indices and just rely on my position and tune out the noise? And that's kind of the setup right here. When I get my anticipation set up, I do watch the market a lot more. I'm focusing on building my exposure and my positions, but at the same time, I'm just tracking how the market is doing on this anticipation setup. And if it fails, then comes the building your exposure and just seeing how we hacked as we reclaim the daily structure? Do we reclaim it nicely? Do we back test? How does it hold? And those kind of things. Then once the trend is confirmed, once we're starting to trend above the base structure, once we start to trade above the daily structure and the weekly structure, and the McClellan summations start to trend. So like we had yesterday, we had that hookup. Now we need to confirm and follow through. But if we do see a follow through and the McClellan summation start to trend above the 10-day moving average as well, right here, right? So if we start to see kind of that trending action and pretty early as we cross the 10-day and we start to trend, that's when I turn off the indices. I turn off everything and I just focus on my positions, on my system rules, and if there's no red flag, then I'm just being super patient with my position, de-risk at 2 and 5R, and then trail the daily or the weekly structure, whatever I am in my system progress. So yeah, that's the short answer, but we'll do a session over that. All right, so let's look at the positions. UD weekly, super strong. We have that base retest, weekly structure retest. Yesterday we gapped up and go, but rejected at the prior high. That's super normal action. And let's see if we can kind of tighten up on the right side, build some staircase, and nice tight action on the right side. Even if we retest kind of that area, that would be healthy. But yeah, just nothing to do yet for me. 2R target is pretty close. So ideally we get them and we just ignore that rejection and push higher from here. And ideally is to de-risk and take off some exposure into the weekend on Robinhood. VRT, so range breakout. I'm really onto this setup. We explained that yesterday. So big cup and handle on the weekly, and daily just have that perfect wedge breakout, 21 DMA structure reclaim, and retest setup. So that's my bread and butter right here, is to either start to open exposure on anticipation on the 21 DMA reclaim, or on the retest like we had on FOMC reaction. Uber, nice reaction yesterday after that news. We held that. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the proper pivot. We held that reversal pivot. So that was the prior kind of pullback daily reversal. So we held that base and that reversal pivot. So that was kind of the big spot. And yesterday we showed good action, reclaim of the 21 EMA. So now let's see if we can do better than Rocket Lab, because Rocket Lab had the same kind of price action. So we had that retest and nice bounce close in the upper range of the 21 DMA structure. But then we had that failed reversal attempt and we closed back weak. So pretty much same scenario for Uber, but let's see if we do have proper daily reversal confirmation, or like Rocket Lab, we attempt to do it, but we fail and close weak again. GEV, still building that nice base in the weekly structure. I'll see, that might be the name that has to go if we break that structure and we close the week. That's weird to say. But yeah, we're still inside the daily structure, and it's not dead yet. Bitcoin we covered. Rocket Lab, like I explained, we failed the daily reversal here, but we're still inside the range and right into the daily structure. So I simply removed my added position. So I had added size at the lows of that bar. With that fail reversal, just wanted to lighten up and go back to my core just to reduce risk a bit into the weekend. And overall just to bring down my open ETH, bring down my open risk a bit. So I'm down on my core. That position was de-risked. So I'm using the weekly structure now. We're right still at the confluence of the 10-week moving average and the weekly reversal pivot. So yeah, let's be patient. We do have some room to the downside if it want to shake out on the daily. But once again, I'm tracking this on the weekly. Tesla, same thing. Maybe just need time to flag. Nothing wrong. I'm trading this off the weekly now, so being patient. CCL, still looking good. We had that daily reversal confirmation and close above the 21 EMA yesterday. Weekly looks good, and yeah, I'm managing that position from the weekly as well. Palantir, nice action yesterday. Good follow through on the FOMC kind of pretty big kind of retest. So we had that 21 EMA structure reclaim and retest, and we followed through on that, and I was able to take my 2-hour target yesterday. So the position is de-risk, and now I'm using the weekly chart to trade that one. Oklo, just pushing. I was able to yeah, I took my 5-hour already. Sorry, I thought it was yesterday. But yeah, we're kind of extended now, but I'm on my runner and just trading off the weekly. Same thing for WBD, confirmed a daily reversal yesterday, so very constructive action. But we're still waiting for the bid to come in, and trading that off the weekly as well for now. Micron, I was a few dollars away from my 5-hour target, but earnings are next Tuesday. So and we're getting quite super extended for that type of name. That's a $190 billion market cap, and it just moved 50% in like 2 weeks. So at this point, you just tell yourself, okay, will I wait into earnings? So I knew that I wanted to trim more into earnings, and you ask yourself, what's the upside here? Should I wait for my 5-hour target to be tagged at like 172, or is it good enough to left that piece on the table? And yeah, I just decided to take my trim and call it a good swing trade. And now I'm left with my runner, which I will hold into earnings. And yeah, I'm just trading that one off the weekly as well. All right, so and focus list. I'm really liking that snow setup, especially on the weekly. And we do have a pretty nice kind of delayed earnings reaction. So we had that peg bar, and then we have that one leg down and rally, and second leg down, and we held that low, and we did have a small shakeout. And yesterday was the daily reversal confirmation with the full daily structure reclaim. Of the weekly, I really like that shakeout once again. Perfect tag and retest of the 10-week moving average. And of the weekly, you can watch for the weekly reversal next week, or if GEV is cut for me, then I will look likely to engage it in snow. Nvidia, yeah, it's that big weekly multi-mount base breakout. We're having that double bottom with shakeout, breakout during the April's rally. We're having that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks base right at the weekly 10-week moving average structure. There's some wild action in that base, so you might want to wait for volatility to come down a bit more. Maybe we need time to kind of tighten on the right side, but the good news is we do have that higher low structure being created now, so that's the good news. We didn't confirm a new uptrend yet. We have our low, but we don't have our higher high. So like I said, maybe just need time to kind of digest. I want to put that in focus list to track it, but I think that we would be better to just wait for the 21 DMA structure reclaim and getting in on the back test as the 21 DMA structure start to rise up and get into that uptrend structure. So yeah, that's the two names that I will start to track based on their weekly setup. So Snow, which is my focus today if I have to rotate some exposure, and Nvidia maybe more next week if we start to see kind of a tight right side. I would love to see that. All right, so let's go for the questions. How do you look at the fact that SPY, QQQE, and finally IWM are all at all-time high? For me, would welcome volatility around witching because this makes me very bullish long term. Buyable dips is my expectation. Yeah, there's folks, there's nothing bearish about a market making a new all-time highs. That's pretty bullish, and that's why I was 130% on margin yesterday, and coming down a bit right now. I'm at 115. But yeah, the goal is not to carry on margin the all uptrend. It is trying to smooth your equity, try to de-risk your trade first, and then try to trim into extensions and reload during pullbacks. That's the game. But yeah, there's nothing bearish with those new all-time highs. And like I said, I'm pretty bullish, not bearish, bullish on the midterm picture. But I can see some volatility and shakeout maybe today or early next week. I wouldn't mind, just because of the last few days we had. And yeah, market does not make it that easy usually, so just expect maybe some shakeout, but otherwise I'm still pretty bullish. The runners you have on weekly, where do you set your stop loss? Yeah, so that's the change that I made to my system, right? So I still use daily for entries because I like how size I can get, and that's still decent kind of space between entry and stop loss for not being too chopped. So early on, I use the daily. I set my stop loss at the low of the daily structure. And once I'm taking that 2-hour target, it means that I basically de-risk the trade. And then even if I add some more risk, I know it's not perfect, but as I take my trades still pretty close to the 10-week moving average, then I can switch to the weekly low of the structure, low of the weekly structure for my new stop loss and not increase my risk too much. If I take a trade like, I don't know, maybe ALAB, let's say that trade that I failed to hold, but that's another story. So that trade, right? So it was right into the daily structure, but it was kind of a bit far from the weekly structure. So in that case, I didn't reflect yet what I will do, but probably kind of waiting for that weekly structure to rise a bit before I use that as a stop loss, because otherwise I would just increase my risk a lot of on the position, even if my 2-hour target is taken out. So yeah, just taking out loud. In that case, we'll probably wait that the structure is higher. Okay, next one. So hello Alex, please can you review VST? Okay. Yeah, VST. You have VST, GV, CEG, NRG. All the same group, and showing the same charts, right? So they're all showing that 21 DMA gap up and reclaim on the AI news, then sideways. GV was weaker. We had kind of that deeper daily structure pullback, but in the case of VST and CEG, in the group, we have that sideways action, tight range above the daily structure, higher lows. So yeah, that's that very nice looking weekly chart, and you can use the daily reversal for an entry here. That would be playing the breakout though, so a bit higher, a bit extended. For me, I would like to kind of get a better entry on this closer to the daily structure, because it's now extended from the 21 DMA. Microsoft. So Microsoft's looking good. If it doesn't fail, that's my bread and butter 21 DMA structure reclaim and retest setup right here. So you have that range structure. You can look at the daily reversal right here at 5/11/29. That's kind of the reversal pivot. We do have those higher lows. So kind of a failed reversal attempt yesterday, but never ever presume that a failed daily reversal will give you kind of a rollover. The first step is to see if there's follow through on that kind of initial rejection of the pivot, and more often than not, you see kind of it just needed time to kind of tighten up on the right side, maybe chop around the pivot, and then we go. So yeah, Microsoft looks good against the daily reversal pivot. You all, yeah, a bit choppy on the daily, but yesterday's high is the daily reversal. I would play that against. CCL, I reviewed that as it was in my portfolio. So we do have that daily reversal reconfirmation, higher lows, and still building that weekly structure base. What do you think about the semis when MU, ALAB, Orgone, and SMH a little bit extended and NVIDIA is still building? SMH is just coming off, and that's a similar pattern than NVIDIA, right? So gigantic multi-year base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 weeks base. As we held that base area, we held that 10-week moving average structure, and we're just breaking out. So it's not time to be scared of engaging the setups in the group. It's like you take that example right here, and kind of on that week right here, or something in that vicinity of area, you said to yourself, oh, I missed the old trend. No, that's not the case. It might just get started. So it's time to look for good low risk entries, manage risk well. But if the group is looking good, which it is, just breaking out, it's not time to be scared. It's time to engage with the leading group. Okay, last one, guys. PRLB. Yeah, way too illiquid for me. And look at that weekly. So always tell yourself, and I like to look left. And someone I followed say, look left, structure leaves clues, right? And look that weekly. Boom, bust. Boom, bust. Boom, bust. Boom. And once you get that character of the stock, why would it change because you just took a position, right? You have to assume that that's the character of the stock. And if it does change, then that's not the probability. The good news on that stock is it's breaking out from a large multi-mount stage 1 base, right? That's the good view of this. But there's a lot of overhead resistance. And it's also extended on the weekly, more than 4 times ATR from the 10-week moving average. Yes, there's a nice daily flag, but keep in mind that's a low liquidity name. It's trading 160K shares a day, and it can definitely be very choppy. Okay, last one. So Renault, welcome in the community, by the way. So how long does it take me to prep for the day? To be honest, it takes me a couple hours, just because I'm building the Prime report, I'm chatting in the community and all that. But if I wouldn't have to do that now with Traders Lab, I just have my go-to scans, and that's all I trade right now nowadays. So it honestly could take me 10 or 15 minutes just to kind of update my stop loss in my trading journal, find the right opportunity, kind of write a bit of a small game plan. So yeah, with the scans that I build that in Traders Lab, honestly, could take me 5 or 10 minutes at most. If you have the right tools, it shouldn't be long, right? That's a nice way to see the tools, is to trim down your routine and save you time. And last one, SMR. Yeah, it's kind of setting up in the same Oklo group, but definitely lagging. I think we talked about it yesterday. It's lagging the group, still setting up. So we had that 21 DMA structure reclaim and retest. We have those higher lows. So there's definitely a setup here. We have that breakout, new higher high right now. So it could certainly go and kind of catch up with the group itself. The chart looks good. Weekly as well, we're just reclaiming the 10-week moving average. So yeah, good stuff. But just keep in mind that it's not a leader in the space. Oklo is. So if you see, we can go into oh, sorry. So uranium and nuclear, NLR, that's the ETF used to track those names. So you have the leaders leading, Oklo, LEU, and then you have those pure uranium plays. But yeah, Oklo is really leading the space. You have UEC setting up, you have PCG setting up as well. Those might be good names to look at as well. All right, so session is open. I hope you have a great day, everyone. Take care, and I will be in the pit once again, but maybe I will leave earlier today. I have kind of a cycling competition tomorrow, so I'm gonna prep a bit this afternoon and leave home on the road for that event. So I hope everyone a very good day. Take care, and remember to trim some into strength. Pay yourself as we go along the way, but keep that bullish mindset as long as the price is above moving averages and breadth is expanding and you have traction in your portfolio. Don't overthink it. Don't try to guess the top, the maximum, like we like to say. Just follow the trend, follow your position, and follow your system. All right, have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye. Cheers.